Hello, everyone. Happy, wonderful Wednesday to you. And on this beautiful day in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, may you each experience moments of peace, ease, and well-being for your different kind of happy. I had planned on using different quotes to support the celebration of Valentine's week this week. But as it turns out, life has offered me a different opportunity to share with you for our mindfulness moment today. Yesterday, I had the opportunity to cry a few times, partly rooted in the fact that I'm a woman and there is something called hormonal changes that occur each month. And so in these moments of sadness, I feel really grateful for my Vipassana practice, Vipassana meditation or insight meditation, which is actually rooted in the 4 foundations of mindfulness. And in this practice, I have come to cultivate a tool that I call the period, very apropos to what I am in actually. But this period is the dot that goes at the end of a sentence. And this is how it works. So when I have a thought, wow, that's really sad, or wow, that's really upsetting, there's a period that goes at the end of that thought. And then when I have sensations or feelings, there's a period, oh, I feel really sad, period. And then I feel the experience called sadness in the form of sensations in my body. I have the experience, it's over, it's done, period. There's not a lot of extra mentalization, analysis, trying to figure out why not, what happened, what it means to me, what lasts forever, that sometimes can happen. I know it's happened to me many times when I am not utilizing the tool of putting a period at the end of a sentence. So for example, I can have the thought, well, that's really sad, or that's really disappointing. And then if I don't utilize the period, my mind will continue to go on. Well, but why is that sad? I shouldn't feel sad. I should feel grateful. What's wrong with me? This must be the same reason that causes me to be like such, and such. And you know what? I don't think I'm ever going to be rid of this because I've been in therapy for 7 years, talking about the same thing, and here I am facing with it again. And the dialogue and the story continues, and the drama, and all that gets built up in the mind. But if I were to utilize the technique of putting a period at the end of a thought, at the end of a sentence, at the end of the experience, that in itself is complete, it's done. And I don't have to drag it out to another thought and another thought and another thought. And before I know it, I've spiraled down to a deeper, sadder, more frustrating place that doesn't really have much to do with the initial single thought, oh, that's really disappointing. And so it really keeps my life simple. The students who are doing the Intro to Yoga series is really having the opportunity to learn to utilize Patanjali's Yoga Sutras, the 8 limbs of yoga, to actually experience this, the whole wave. And if we learn to just notice that each experience shows up and can move through very quickly when we just step back and allow the experience to happen instead of the mind getting hooked into the experience and allowing it to spiral and pull us out of control because we don't know how to put a period at the end of each thought. So in so many ways, this is actually very appropriate for Valentine's week because there's going to be, there are bound to be disappointing experiences during Valentine's week. There are bound to be sadness that may be experienced during Valentine's week for various reasons. And so giving ourselves permission to recognize what we're thinking, what we're feeling, allowing ourselves to feel the experiences, and simply putting a period at the end of each thought, each feeling, each experience allows for each one to move through without us being so hooked into it and letting it take us for a ride where we usually don't end up in a very nice place. So for today, be mindful of your thought, and as soon as you can, put a period at the end of that thought and let it finish. Don't let it go on to be a continuous run-on sentence that just wastes a lot of your energy and pulls you in the direction where you may feel out of control. Thank you so much for watching. May you be well, and namaste.